Yo, 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 what's up? We're back, boys. Late fucking stream, spent most of this morning trying to fix my phone. Still don't have my phone fixed. Epic. But we're gonna get a little bit of work done on Terra 1's layout. As we have been. Oh wait, we are not doing that. How could I forget? Today is the day Mapcrap begins. Some people have already started on their end. So we'll be doing that. What's up, Heltrix? I'm not sure what you mean by changing the fog of war. Can you elaborate on what you're trying to do specifically? I guess I skipped saving 07 as a separate PNG, but that's fine. Just go ahead and change the thumbnail real quick, and we'll see. Some of this, some of that. Okay. Oops. Definitely the wrong website to go to there. Restore it to normal blackness when out of sight. Yeah, I've seen that done before. I don't know where, though. Alright. Fix that. So it was in the Critter campaign, but I don't know exactly what they did. So what I will do for you is I will find the Critter campaign. Oh, I appear to have, maybe the mod got deleted or something. Let me check the archive for this. Windows Defender probably annihilated me. If not, I can go find the campaign creations thread that the campaign originally came from. Well, there's a patch RT. Let's take a look here. Replace the file patch RT MPQ in your Starcraft folder. Okay. Well, that's obviously not necessary. We can just generate a Firegraft EXE out of it. So we'll say new. And then in my options, I will prompt for MPQ. I'll save it in here. Okay. Go ahead and close that. So we'll say R convert. Oh. Oh, great. Windows is shitting the bed. Yeah, gee, I wonder, do I have to fucking restart Explorer EXE because Windows can't figure out that I want it to not transfer this folder? You wonder what files are the ones that change it? Yeah, I don't know. Is it still trying to do that, or can I actually move it now? What a fucking disaster. Okay, we got it. I don't know why that was so hard. Meanwhile. Okay. Put this down here. So I'm guessing it's in templates. Let's see. Use map settings. Oh. There don't appear to be any templates, which is odd. Oh. I was thinking it would have been in templates because then we would have been able to see like how he did it, but it looks like maybe it's actually a modified PCX file, perhaps. So I'm going to hop into the source file for. Let's just go ahead and close this. I want to make sure I'm still going here. Yeah. Okay. So if I hop into the tile set, install. Oh, I guess I don't have that stuff pulled, so we'll do. Tile set install. And then we'll compare these two files. Well, I would say that that might have something to do with it. It would appear that that he just blanket grabbed the whole thing and shrunk it to half the size or something. Maybe even less. Yeah, that looks like about what he did. It's not quite one-to-one, but... So it looks like if you go into whatever tile set your map is, like say you're working with a desert map, you go into Brewdat, because it's a Brood War tile set. If it's a Starcraft tile set like Jungle or Platform, you would go into Stardat. You find the tile set folder, and you find the folder for that tile set that says, or the file there that's dark.pcx, and you just shrink it down to about 15 or 16 pixels in length. I think mine's 14. So you just select the whole thing and you shrink it down to about 14 pixels. Well, transform it. You don't want to modify the size of the file itself. So you notice I didn't modify the dimensions. I just modified, like, I selected everything that was there, and we went down to about 14 pixels. So try that, see if that works. That's my best bet for you, looking at this now. Looks like we got some experience here. We got some, or sorry, progress for the image extender. So that's good. What's up, Alexander? What's my plan to crap? Well, that is the question, isn't it? First of all, I gotta close this. Because it's Mapcrap time, baby. Time to make my workspace. All right, so we will go ahead and grab the Hydra EXE as our baseline. And hey, get over here. I might not need an MPQ. We'll see about that one later. Things are... Well, I'm still dealing with that phone insanity, so... You know. Okay. Low platform, by the way. Off-brand, like the #2 phone manufacturer in the world. Or are they still #1? I don't remember. I still don't really know what to, I want this to be a really silly experience, that's for sure, but I don't really know how I'm gonna do it just yet. What's up, dude? Yeah, well, the map is called BasesDozen because your AI ally is basically just going to expand every base possible. I've already decided that much. And I thought that maybe, like, your victory condition will actually be able just get to him to 12 bases. Yeah, that's exactly what we figured out from the critter campaign. That's what they did. So I told them to do that. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Appreciate it. I was also thinking I definitely need to get some more stuff in order here in the future. But time will tell how that works out. Because the asteroid placeholder terrain was certainly something. But it's implemented in a very asinine way right now, so... I wanted to fix that up at some point. Really just mucking about with a very bare bones layout here. I want to say... I don't know, there's probably some interesting things that I can do here. But we should definitely end up making a low platform that blends directly with cliff. I mean, with space. That would be really nice. DF and I had a bunch of ideas for interesting changes like that. This will be glorious. And by glorious, I mean truly awful. Prepare yourselves. Yeah, we definitely need shit like that. I can't believe that that wasn't already put into the game, honestly. That's like another one of those north-facing ramp things. Like, how do you not have that functionality in your game? Hello? Everybody okay in there? Did you guys die of a fucking gas attack? What's up, Don? I don't even think he's woken up yet, dude. He's still at the farm. Farming men. What do you mean? Were you making a space map crap? I don't even know. Are you even doing a map crap? I guess I should see if I want to pick a theme. I honestly didn't even think about it. I'll say map must feature a community member since I'm already doing that. Yeah, I had this idea like 4 days ago or something. It'll be pretty epic. And again, by epic, I mean horrible. All right, I know I want minerals in here. Listen, the number of ideas I've had to listen to you, from you, you need to pay me. Should post a screenshot in Newbor or something so we can take a look. Yeah, good idea, Iquir. Yeah, I definitely don't want that. But you have to pick your theme from the giant list. The fuck? I just put the link in Mapcrap. Oh. No, you don't have to pick a theme. But Don was looking for them, so. It's not really a whole lot of space in this area, I feel like. So maybe we just use the low platform as a backdrop. Though I guess we could also just do space at that point. Probably one of Razor Claw X's campaigns. But, I mean, there's been hundreds of campaigns that have copy-pasted Brood War, so you probably ought to be a bit more specific there, mister. Yeah, that's happened hundreds of times. Again, we need more details. All right, no, I like that idea. It's just stupid enough to make sense. But it needs to be executed as a centerpiece. Well, that's good. At least you can learn from their mistakes. Come, go away, please. Excuse me. Oh, maybe that's why there's some issues. Hmm. All right, I have created the framework for AIDS. Let's get this system looking prim and proper. All right. Some nice tearing on the painting here. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, I got my new graphics card in yesterday as well, but I'm waiting until the power supply comes to actually implement it. Turn that into a shitty base. The quietness of a giant giant truck outside. No, it's because I'm getting two monitors in next Thursday that are 144 hertz, and my current graphics card would not support them at a very high frame rate. So it's just to make sure that everything's smooth and future proof. Oh, well, at least it wasn't something really difficult to fix. Good job on fixing it. All right. So we have ourselves a shitty map. A crappy map. Mission accomplished. No. No, it's something to do with how my plugin compiles the whole thing. No, I don't know what his experience with game dev or modding is, really. I would assume limited, just because most people haven't really messed around with that stuff. But I could be wrong. Okay. Okay, so right, yeah. I don't know how Firegraph does that stuff. All right. I don't even remember. Oh, the player's user select, so I can just put a start location down. I can't bear to put the geyser that far away. That might still be a better option if we just have like a plugin folder or whatever in the directory of the mod. I know it's not as convenient as just having some shit for the like stuck inside the exe or whatever, but the only advantage is that we don't have to rely on our criminal stuff. That is an advantage. Less psychic guilt. I still can't believe that's real. Oh. I guess I was placing resources for non-neutral by accident. That's okay. I think I fixed it all. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, Luciferius, you have no idea. You've never seen resources like these. Yeah, don't we all? Yeah, you said you were using Hydra, or was that just for a different test map that you were doing? It's me, Balnazar. I'm the fucking guy from Queens. I'm a vampire from Queens. Actually, that voice just turned into Necron at the end there. I gotta fix that, man. I have to replay Warcraft. You know, I can't say that without dying. I can't do that without dying either. Oh man, some pretty funny bits in that. All right, yeah, that's a problem. Oh boy. Ah, it's all about wyverns. Perfect. How do I deal with tile misalignment? I just have a lot of pain and suffering, basically. Unfortunately, there's not really a good way to deal with it. You just gotta hopefully, like, plan it all out properly. Yeah, Blizzard was really weird with their approach, I think, when it came to those doodads. I certainly don't get why they did most of it. I remember that same thing happened in Legacy of the Confederation, I think. People have been copying flame knives since time immemorial. I don't know how the fuck that managed to happen, but... So this will have to be a little out of alignment there. It's all right. It's Mapcrap, boys. That's how you know it's Mapcrap. Hey! Hey, give that back! Hey! Now we have to suffer. Hey, when we get our own RTS up and running, it'll be fun. What's up, Potato Kitty? If you're talking about beginner for playing the game, I got different tips. If you're talking about beginner for making content for the game, I also have different tips. So give me more information. What are you trying to do here? What are you looking for? Oh, so you're looking to make stuff. Well, what are you looking to make? Like, what kind of maps we talking about? Talking about melee maps. Okay, so... Well, I guess if you're looking to make melee style maps, the biggest issue you're going to face is you're probably going to have to stick with the remaster because nobody really plays melee. Nobody plays unmodded melee in the older version of the game, which is where you have access to custom terrain and stuff so that you can have functioning levels. So that's definitely a problem. But I'm not sure how I would resolve that myself. So I would say you probably want to look for... Like, you want to spend a fairly good amount of time watching pro games on just any map, really. But if you can find VODs on specific maps that you already like something about, and you can watch pros play it, you can get an understanding of how the professionals interact with the map. And some of it's very straightforward. It's like, oh, well, of course, they've been playing on this map for X number of years, you know, like, they know what's going on. And then some of it might be, you know, more surprising. Like, you might surprise yourself with certain tidbits that you observe there. But either way, that should definitely help, just by virtue of being something that is allows you to look at it from a different angle. And then I would just say play around with the rotational symmetry tools and try to make 1v1 maps, 2v2 maps. You basically want to try to make stuff that's like relatively small scale at first because those are easier to make. And I would suggest starting in the center of the map and trying to develop some sort of centerpiece to build the map around, because that's the easiest way for you to get a good idea of like what a functional middle of the map is and like where functional contact points are. And you can also work from starting with the mains if you prefer to do that, and make sure the mains are spacious enough before you go into the middle. But those would be the first things that I would suggest anyway. And yeah, what's up, BasesDozen? A lot of things can happen in 3 years. If you're looking for campaign content, you 100% want to ditch the remaster just by virtue of it being inferior product, an inferior platform for custom content. And you want to also break into modding, which always sounds more, how how shall we say? It always sounds more intimidating than it actually is. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. If you're talking about the custom terrain and stuff, that's requires the older version of the game. If you're talking about you wanted to like place it rectangularly, like this, you just when you're in the terrain layer over here, you select rectangular instead of isometrical. But I'm not sure what exactly you mean otherwise. Otherwise, if you're looking to place it like isometrically speaking, like this with diamonds, you would need the terrain down here in the bottom left. It'll say like terrain, and you'll pick your tile that you want to place. The terrain symmetry options, I think, are hidden by default. You just hit this plus button, and then it shows you what's up. One, two, three. Oh, looks like I accidentally placed this one too close. How do you get walls and floors and... If you're... Oh, well, yeah, I don't know what you mean by walls and floors. There's doodads that are traps and stuff that you can place around the map, but that's something different. Have to remember where I wanted to place all the ramps. Yeah, I think he's just talking about cliffs, yeah. I have a similar idea there. Yeah, just poke around in the tool. Because that is a fairly basic question you should be able to answer just by mucking about, you know? So... Give it a few whirls, see what you can come up with. DF, you didn't make, I assume you didn't make weird-ass blends like this. That's fine. Just have to shift this over a little bit. Oh, what's up, dude? Just place a few Mengsk around the map. What are you trying to give your players diarrhea? What kind of sick fuck? This map promises to be very confusing, which is exactly what I'm looking for. You just get auto-corrected into another dimension or something? What happened over there? Wait. Yeah, I don't know if that's right exactly. No symmetry option for ramps, SMH? BasesDozen 17? It's 18, yeah. Well, it's 18 because you can select 18, but you can only have 17 mutas selected because you got a borrowed Zergling. Yeah. See? Well, not sure how that came to pass, but whatever. Oh, I see what happened here. It's just slightly off. It's alright. Plenty of fixes we can do there. Oh, Ichabod's doing the same thing I'm doing. That's pretty funny. Excuse me. That's in the units layer. Again, in the bottom left, you should be able to find the section that says units, and then under neutral and resources. All right, that should be good. Oh! That should not have been nearly as challenging as it was. Aw, man. SCM Draft's clipboard broke. Fucking asshole. Alright, hold on. Try that one again. Okay. It sounds like a pretty low-level function there. Dude, somebody logged into my Spotify account from Thailand. Sucks for them. I haven't used that account in 10 years. Man, I don't remember my... I just set this password up. How could it possibly be wrong? Oh, there we go. Just had a different... yeah, looks good. Dumb. Well, now that I've secured myself against further cybersecurity attacks... How many more bases do I have to add here? Oh, there's 16. So I need 2 more to make it a fraud's dozen. That counts as 2. Well, there you go. Our crap has been mapped. Not bad for an hour and a half. Well, so we have some progress as to what the hell's going on with that, then? The crash, I mean. Forgot the other Mongols. There's one other Zerg here. It's player 4. Player 4 is Zerg, and he starts here. Zerg here, dude. Good luck fucking building static defense or anything. Idiot. Bye. Alright, I guess I have to... That can't be allowed. I've got to open these up just a little bit. What a fucking disaster it would be otherwise. Hey! Can't believe I have to fuck that manually like that. Alright, so who else is who? We've got 3 is Terran and 5 is Protoss. Classic. Can't copy and paste this field because of that recent change. Huh. Hopefully it's not too difficult to smack. So we'll say all players. Okay, so that's in there. Well, it's about that time for me to take a potty break. So I shall do that, and then I guess I can try to write some dialogue for the occasion. I don't have too much time before I got to get ready for work. Probably another 45 minutes or so. So, once again, another stream on the shorter side of things. But you know, it's just how things are, Mapcrap style. I don't. The thing is, like, I honestly have very little incentive to work now, especially since my phone is fucked. I would rather just fix that, but I don't really have the time to do that and stream. But like I've made enough money, so I can coast for a little bit. But unfortunately, I don't have any sick time, so potty break, dude. I gotta be BRB to pee. So BRB. What's up, dude? Hey, it was 6 hours without a potty break. Wait, who created this language? So the issue is you can't fix it reasonably in Rust? Is that what I'm getting at? All right, guys, I got to tell you what was going on after my potty break. All right, so this is my G Fuel, and this was told to me that it was delivered today, this morning. But the package out there was this, which is just a VGA HDMI adapter that I thought I might need. I don't think I actually do, but at least I have one. So that's what came this morning, but that was told to me that was delivered yesterday. So I actually got this, like, same day delivery or something, and they told me it was coming today, and I got that was supposed to be delivered yesterday today. So that fucking confused the shit out of me, man. I thought somebody walked off with my G Fuel. It turns out I had already grabbed it, I just hadn't opened it. So that was very strange. And that was what I was doing after peeing. So another thing I've been getting, and I'm not sure if this is carpal tunnel or if this is just like a pinched nerve or something, but for some reason, certain movements get me like right here in this area, like along this. But doing those movements again afterwards doesn't happen. Like it's like a one-time thing. Every now and then it'll fuck with me, but I can't replicate it. I don't know what's causing it. It was like intermittent yesterday, and it's more frequent today so far. But that's never happened to me before. So I don't know what's causing that. It would seem to be more like a carpal tunnel thing if it was constant. Like if it was some muscle issue, it would be constant, I would imagine. Whereas in this case, it's like very weird that I can't replicate it constantly. It's just like, oh yeah, it happens sometimes. So that's my my latest development. Well, isn't it like less impactful early onset or something? Or do you like immediately know, oh shit, this is really painful. This can't be anything other than carpal tunnel? I feel like I'm usually pretty good about doing those stretches. I mean, I guess maybe I should be doing them more often, but I certainly do them daily. It's just maybe to not holding it as long as I should be or something. I don't know. Like I do this for like a half a minute, and then I switch to this for half a minute, and then I'll do the other hand, and I do that like once a day. So maybe I should be doing it more for longer or more often, more than once a day. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So this is probably just some like weird muscle issue, or my mother suggested it might be a pinched nerve, but I feel like that would also be worse in terms of the pain because it's not unbearable. Sorry, that's beyond my pay range. I'm afraid I can only purchase it if it's at least $6,000. I have plenty of that stuff though. A non-steroidal anti-inflammatory dad. Or is D just drug in that sense? No, it's dad. I've decided. We're gonna rename it to dad. That's like when Ahmed was going to adopt I think it was some character from one of Vorgoz's campaigns. It's like one of the only funny lines in his campaigns was when there's like this Ultralisk that looks at a Zergling and he says, "You're gonna be my son." And I thought that was fucking hilarious. And so I decided Ahmed would look at somebody and say, "You're gonna be my dad." Now, aren't those NSAIDs supposed to be like... I remember people freaking out about... freaking out about... what's it called? Like coronavirus plus that. But I guess people were freaking out about coronavirus plus literally everything, so... it's probably fine. I remember looking for a follow-up on that, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so... Still not sure if I want BasesDozen to start here, or if he should start somewhere else. I'm also not 100% sure that this is how things should go anyway. Like, there's not really a direct line into the player's base right now, so I kind of want to add a bit more flexibility. Maybe like a north-facing ramp over here, and then we can tuck this in a little bit. Since I was 4 years old, I guess. Obviously didn't make anything good until recently. I'm 25 now. Oh, it was acetaminophen. Oh, okay. There's tons of information about custom content production for Brood War on my site. It's linked in the description, should be. There's like a wiki.link. pronogo.wikidot.com. Find all sorts of good stuff there. Give you all sorts of information. No, I didn't care about melee map making until recently, and I don't want to... Listen, Blizzard's ramps are something to be fucking feared and reviled at every turn. I'm never making a map with those ramps, man. You couldn't pay me enough money. But yeah, I wouldn't mind working on ladder maps again. I mean, I've worked on melee maps, generally speaking, but I haven't worked on much else. Much of that recently, I should say. Yeah, the thing is, like, Blizzard themselves don't make any melee maps. They just make other people. They have other people do it, which is just as well. Blizzard was never good at making content, so it's probably a good thing that they never tried to create anything official after the first little while. Like, they released some maps by default, but that was about it. I don't know why that keeps happening. But I'm more interested in like cooperative content and team games. So I care a lot more about that than I do about 1v1s, or even 2v2s feel really small scale for me. So that's usually what I try to do. So this is my Mapcrap submission. Mapcrap is a contest that I have run every now and then. It's like more of an event, I guess. It's supposed to be a workshop for people to make content. And we pretty much just throw together whatever we feel like, but we have a very strict deadline. So we started this today, and it ends on the 21st, I think it is, which is a Tuesday. Yeah, so it'll end Tuesday morning, and Tuesday morning is when I'll play all of the maps, including my own. And I play them on stream, people take a look at it, and that's about it. So right now, yeah, it's just about slapping together a map in a short amount of time. We used to only have 4 hours to do it, and those were pretty hilarious, because obviously nobody could make a good map in 4 hours. But that's why it's called Mapcrap. It's not a very long amount of time. So we do that. And that's like every other week or so. But before this, I was working on my reimagination of the original campaign, which is called Project Hydra. And if you were to take a look at that, like, this is the, oh, that's the wrong one. So this is the remake. I'm currently still working on this version of it. This is the redraft of the first mission. It's 3v3 Terran against Zerg. I haven't placed the Zerg areas yet. This is the current version that's playable right now. That's much more, well, I guess polished in a sense, but definitely still has some silly shit happen. And yeah, it's pretty much, it's like a campaign map, you know what I mean? It's nothing crazy. I try to go after melee-styled gameplay because I feel like that's way better than pre-placing a bunch of shit or whatever. So all of the AI start off with the same resources and starting units as you do. They do have a little bit of a resource multiplier, but that still requires them to actually have workers to mine. So if you pick off their workers, they're not going to be very effective as a result of that. So that's definitely one of those things that has proven to be pretty important for driving engagement between player and AI. Because normally, in like the default campaigns and most custom campaigns that I've played, when you're fighting the AI, it's a straight up like, I'm just going to wait until I have enough units to kill you in one go. Because you've got a bunch of pre-play stuff, you control a large portion of the map, and you just sit there and do nothing. You attack me with like 2 zealots or whatever. That's very, very boring and doesn't at all engage the player. So what I wanted to do was make an AI that has relatively even starting situation with the player, and they actually expand to take more bases and build more production. And so when you kill their production structures, or when you kill their workers, or you disrupt their economy somehow, it actually has an effect. It means that they attack you with less units, or they can defend with less units, or whatever. Once you're comfortable enough, you'll make a map. A bad map. Yeah, that's they're pretty much all bad for sure. But it's one way for you to, learn, because it's like, all right, I have only until this time to finish this map, and then by that point, I've got to be done so it can be played, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I mean, feel free to jump in whenever you feel you're ready. Limit. Well, is there a restriction on how big the limit can be? Or should we do some sort of... Like, should we do 65535 or can we go higher just in case? Yeah, pretty much. That's what I was thinking too. No restriction? Okay. So why don't we do like... What's the next byte up after 65535? A Q word, I think, right? How about 100,000? Let's really make sure we're good. Because I'm thinking Hydra itself will probably take a couple thousand, like maybe 5,000 or something. No, it's dealing with C++ and Rust. Oh, okay. Yeah, do what DF said. That's a reasonable number. Rust is unfortunately a shit language, so remember all this stuff will take place in memory. So what would you recommend then? You suggest 20,000. Will something that's too high be not very performant? So that's 2 million bytes. I don't know how many. That's probably a pretty big file size increase. What's that conversion rate again? It's 1,000 bytes in a kilobyte. So we're just talking about 2 megabytes, right? Or am I wrong? I think with 100,000, you're just talking about an increase of 2 MB. Yeah, so if it's because 100,000 entries would be 2 million bytes. And I'm pretty sure 2 million. So if we divide this by 1024, we get 1,953.125, which is about 2 megabytes. I think, anyway. But I don't think it's 2 gigs. I fucking hope not. I'm pretty sure it's just 2 megabytes, right? So. Veek won't like this. Yeah. It's all right, man. It's all temporary. We're gonna jump into the regular RTS probably by the end. We might even do it before the end of this year, but probably next year. I think. Like we're clearly outgrowing Brood War at this point, so it's time. It's time to just fist that egg. Just crack open the egg and jump out. Well, thank you, Iquare. I appreciate the accolades. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who else makes maps? I guess. Like the problem is not too many other people make maps actively anymore. I would say Iquare and DF make pretty interesting maps for sure. But most of the time when they do make maps, it's for Mapcrap, and they haven't done it recently. Iquare is working on one now. Veek and Balethal make the most fun melee maps that we have, I think. And then there's a few other people who, like, Helltrix and UED Commander, who are also a bit more out there. They a bit more intermittent with their activity. It's like a Jim Jeffries bit or something. Honestly, Kian, I completely forgot about you. I think my brain destroyed any memory of any of your maps after I played that fucking map must mock protocol map. But apparently, hey, you've gotten some pretty good accolades from Folko recently, so I'll let him do the talking in that department. But yeah, in all seriousness, Kian's also up there. AKA Dark Metzen. I still can't believe you make me call you fucking Dark Metzen on the internet. Another reason to just vanish. Yeah, a name spelled Metzen. Oh, image ID. All right. Listen, no pressure, man. I'm just saying. No pressure, but you're banned. See ya, nerd. The fuck? Okay, 65535 is more than enough. Your message from this morning about the Hydra AI. Oh yeah, you sent me some stuff that I looked at it and I fell back asleep or something. I assume this is a text file. You don't have any information on this. Yeah, Notepad++ file. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, I think 65535 should be sufficient. Holy Ahmeds, I like that one. Infested UED Commander. And then you said something about build Gen 3 Hatch Hydra Queen is missing a go-to. Or build. It's missing a go-to because it's literally just falls into it afterwards. It just falls into build Gen Fin, so I don't need to put a go-to there. Yes, that's right, Ultralisk. Don't say 3. Oh no. Not more bad news. What the fuck? Build 60 photon cannons, by the way. All of these would go in the main, so it wouldn't really be supremely useful. Well, it would just be building the stuff in their main, so it wouldn't even be that cheese-y. Hopefully you guys can figure something out relatively quickly, because I know you've been working on that for a while. Ahmed looks pretty easy to implement for sure. So the other problem, like, I don't really know how to add build-based changes to the game in a modular way. So, for example, like, Icor was actually asking me recently about some of the documentation here, and he was asking me, like, what differentiates, for example, where is it? What differentiates Walker Power from some other builds? And like so basically the AI always requests the same number of things based on their production structure count. So if they have 2 machine shops, they'll always request the same number of Goliaths and siege tanks. So all Walker Power does is tell the AI to build more factories and machine shops in the early game so that they spike in Goliaths and tanks, and then they also, that build manually requests a large number of Goliaths in the early stages so that their first initial stuff, like they spike in Goliaths. Dude, I'm in complete agreement with you, Icor. That would have saved us a lot of headaches. But hey, we can still save ourselves headaches right now. You know what I mean? So anyway, basically the way that the AI works is that it just reads the number of production structures it has, and then the builds themselves, like, they influence the number of starting production structures, right? So I'm not really sure what, like, under what circumstance would it even make sense to spam Ahmeds? That's one of the main concerns I have with the builds like that. Like, I'd be fine smashing out some Ahmed stuff, you know what I mean? But like, it's fine to throw that stuff in there. But I guess aside from Mapcrafts, I can't actually see a legitimate use for them. Well, that's still only 5.6 megabytes. I don't think that's as big of a deal. All right. Well, you know what I can do is I can definitely throw in this Ahmed build into the some of that junk. I can't force myself to make those giant C-style arrays. iQuare is crumbling. Man versus Rust. What's up, Bailiffall? More like base Lethal after this one, dude, because he's gonna have 1,000,000 bases. Oh. Oh, cool. Is it gonna be for Mapcrap or is it a melee map? I just want 4v4 maps from everybody, man. I don't. It doesn't really matter what the source is, but it seems like you're on the right track as far as melee map design. So if it's from you, all the better. Ah, destroyed. So really, like my first instinct for setting up certain things to work in different ways depending on the build is unfortunately like my initial thought is just make a bunch of hard-coded checks. But I don't really want to do that for obvious reasons. Like I'm already doing a bunch of hard-coded checks for what's it called? For each personality. But just saying like, oh, when you're adding the number of fire bats to the attack waves, make sure that you check if it's this build. Yeah, that's what what's his face? That's what Alexander did last Mapcrap. But that's on you, whatever you feel like. There's plenty of time. So you'd have all the way until Tuesday, so. Oh, that reminds me, I should grab your latest maps. Oh, I see. The 4-fact ghost is a mech build. Oh, I assume you meant to make this weight, or I guess it should be at most. Hey, do you guys like this Windows bug? Nice icon. There's probably been attempts, but Brood War doesn't work for anything other than RTS gameplay, so it's not worth anybody's time, in my opinion. I'm sure there's a bunch of little pieces of trivia, but nothing immediately comes to mind. I would say, well, control mouse scroll zooms. Control T will take you to terrain layer. Control U will take you to unit layer. Control D will be doodad. Control R for sprite. Control F for fog of war. There's probably one or two others there. Control S is obviously save. If you're ever looking at like a bugged display, you can do Control R, I think? I thought it was Control R. Oh, no. Oh, Control E will reload the games. It'll like force a redraw, and then you can zoom to fix it. I don't have to do that very often, but something that does come up, I guess. And then otherwise, there's one that most people don't know about, but holding control when you left click in the terrain brush will, like, if you see at the bottom here, it says space platform/platform. If I hold control and left click up here, it changes to high platform. So you can actually grab part of a brush, like a different tile type. Like, say I wanted to suddenly, like, I'm painting, all right, here I am, I'm painting this, but I want to start painting plating. Well, I can control left click on that, and I can it becomes the plating brush instead of having to go all the way down here to the bottom left and selecting plating. So that can be a little finicky, but most of the time it works out. If it ever says unknown instead of a name, that's when you know it's gotten a bit buggy. But you can just reselect if you want to fix that. Oh, I can only imagine, man. The more the merrier, you know what I mean? Can only increase the likelihood that we get more fun maps to play, so see what happens. Actually, you know what I'll do here is I'll do a solar array. Child-friendly vids on YouTube. Let me know how that works out for you. I think you just get deleted if you're a child YouTuber now. Perfect. Well, whatever you think helps get the message across. All right. Well, I think I'm done fucking around for now. I'll go ahead and upload these modified AI files, I suppose. Without testing, of course. What's the worst that can happen? Of course. Listen, it's Mapcrap. In the spirit of Mapcrap, we must do it this way. All right, so that's up. Clear my folder, clear my workspace, yada, yada, yada. All right, so that was it. That was epic. Thanks everybody who popped in today for today's shorter than usual stream. I'll be back tomorrow with the regularly scheduled length and girth, so stay tuned for that. And of course, Sunday, stay tuned for some epic Starcraft campaign playthrough, let's play videos going back up. And yeah. Welcome again, Mr. Potato, Mr. or Mrs. Potato. And if you need some more help while the stream is off, there's a Discord server in the description you can follow. Should be able to help you out there in the interim. So, yeah. Catch y'all later. Bye.